Sir, your name. All right, I need to ask, is anybody here from Granite Televalley? Anybody?
What looks like a routine courtroom calendar quickly turns into a layered legal showdown involving property damage, DUI consequences, restitution disputes, and multiple defendants facing very different futures. In this courtroom, a single decision ripples into thousands of dollars in costs, strict probation terms, and life-altering restrictions, from a destroyed cherry tree sparking a heated restitution debate to a defendant facing nearly $1,500 in fines and intense sobriety monitoring. This case reveals how fast accountability hits when actions spiral out of control. Stay with us because what starts with a tree ends with a full breakdown of justice in real time.
Anybody here from Granite Televalley? You are? Come on up here, please. You can go right to that microphone. That is a microphone. You don't have to walk in the, that's a microphone, believe it or not. Can you come around this? There you go. Come on up a little bit further so you're speaking into the microphone. Your name, ma'am?
Suzanne Bryant,
And what is your position with Granite Televalley?
community manager.
Okay, so you're here, appearing here to make a claim for restitution or a statement?
That's correct.
Did you file, you have a piece of paper? Do you have any out of pocket?
Caitlin has it. I haven't done anything yet because of the season. We would have to do it next season. So he took down a cherry tree and a fence. And so there's an island in my community that cherry tree was in. And it's probably about 6 feet wide, if it's that wide. The bulb of the tree that he took down, most of it is still in there, and you have to have a backhoe come in and dig out the thing and then replant a 15-foot cherry tree. They don't feel $2,800 to do that and replace the fence. They believe that's too much money.
Who does?
We do.
His attorney.
Well, you haven't been communicating with his attorney, have you?
No, Caitlin has.
Call in Caitlin. $2,800. How tall is the tree? Let's talk
It's
about.
about 15 foot. The bulb, the root that we took out was about this big around, so the rest of it is in that ground.
Want to get alternate estimates?
Well,
I said they could plan it. I don't care. As long
Might
as
be able to
it's
go to
done.
his insurance company.
I don't know if they cover that, but
Why?
It's probably
it
big.
just sounds so unusual. I hadn't really thought about it. We initially just,
What about the fence? What kind of estimates you have on the fence?
Yeah, $380. It's a split rock fence. It's not an expensive fence.
the fence option was.
All
I
right.
saw 2,500 for the cherry tree.
Have you had a tree cut down lately? I've had trees cut down and they are not cheap.
No, I think they need to dig it out. It's the expensive part.
Well, okay, but you gotta have an option, not just, I think it's too much. Is Foley Carter your name?
Caitlin Foley, Carter, Renaissance Township.
So what kind of restitution? Did you talk to Mr. Youngs about the restitution?
I did, and I provided the estimate that Ms. Bryant.
Is that from a tree company?
It's from a maintenance company.
It's for the cost of both the tree and the fence.
I know the fence seems like it's minimal, it's $380 or some such. Do I have a copy of that estimate?
I don't believe so, Your
I
Honor.
doubt it, Judge.
Can I have one?
I can look at one.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I don't care who does it. I mean, they can hire whoever they need. I just want it restored.
No, that makes sense. I mean, you're entitled to have it restored. You're entitled to be in the same position, so you can't. All right, let me just get this estimate from her and we will go from there, okay? Did you call any tree removal companies?
I did, but, it's trimming season and they said that they could get to me at some point in time. I have tree company coming in next week, I could get another estimate from him.
Well, this is 2,500 for the tree. That includes the tree and the fence. So I mean, you're looking somewhere at the rate of about $2,500, I guess is what they've got here.
I thought it was 2,500 and then 300 additional for the fence. What's in $2,800, John? Or am I?
Yeah, but I thought you guys were talking like 2,800 for just the tree removal and then 380, I thought you said. Did I misunderstand you?
It's 25 for the tree and 380 for the.
I only see 300 here on the replace
300, I don't have it.
split rail fence.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's do this. I'll set a restitution hearing. You guys can make a claim with your insurance company. You can coordinate with the prosecutor. You can send out somebody to
Take a
get
look.
an estimate on that. You want them to grind out the stump too, right?
yeah, everything's gotta be removed.
I mean, that's a job too. It's just not surprising.
You look at the estimate, you know, you just say, oh, a cherry tree. And I start Googling cherry trees and they're not even $500. So it's a little bit of just, we need to.
I've had trees cut down and I'm telling you.
Well, it's also saying removal of whole tree. We didn't realize that was part of the gig. Or at least maybe.
You want them to, you just want them to, you want them to replace it or you want them to remove and replace
I
it?
want them to remove because I want it in the exact same spot. That's the only place it can go. So that rest of that root has to come out in order to plant a tree.
You'll be lucky to get away with $2,500 to remove that, put in a similar tree. All right, let's go on with the sentence. I'm gonna listen to whatever else you have to say. I'm gonna set this for a restitution hearing. We will talk about when that is going to be at the conclusion of the sentence. That will give people an opportunity to do their research, okay? So, have you had a chance to review the report with your client? Is that okay, or do you want to say anything else before you sit down?
No.
Do you want to say anything?
I did complete a written and tax statement that should be in the file and attached to the estimate.
Okay. Let me just, yeah, I see that. Okay. Good enough. Anything you'd like to say? Is everything in this report accurate? If you want to say something else, you can. If you don't, you can have a seat and we'll give you a restitution hearing date here.
Yeah.
Everything in the report accurate?
Yes, yes.
Anything you'd like to say on his behalf?
Just that he's been very proactive. He wants to get going probation, even with respect to this restitution issue. He said, I hope we can at least get going on the probationary requirements so I can get him moving and, hopefully be out of the way. So looking forward to playing ball and doing whatever this court asks him to do regarding the conviction. That's all I have, Judge. Thank you.
Sir, is there anything you would like to say?
I apologize for my actions and I suffer the consequences to ground. Thank you.
Do you have his AA verification?
Yes, sir.
You can just show it to your lawyer. Has he been going at least twice a week since October the 8th?
Yes, sure.
Sure looks like, Judge.
Okay, so he's got at least 10 or 12 on there. Okay, oh, okay.
He was gone before we were rain, but I just glanced at it, I see 11-8, 11-9, 11-10, 11-12. So the frequency seems to match up with what we've asked for.
So I don't think I have to tell you how outrageous this was, right? I mean, you drove off the road, you ran into a fence, you ran into a tree, you had way too much. You had 3.5 times the legal limit. 18 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, No marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs, and ETGs bi-weekly for 6 months. If you're clean, I'll then revert it to monthly. You're to remain on the SoberLink device until February 15th of 26. So we're going to set a restitution hearing. You are to pay, defendant to pay restitution after hearing as determined by the court. We'll give you that restitution hearing. We'll talk about the date on that as well. You're not to enter Granatella Valley Mobile Home Park. You're not to enter there at all. AANA 3 times a week until an intensive outpatient. You're going to go to intensive outpatient. Once you get into intensive outpatient, you can stop going to AA. You're also going to attend the victim's impact payment. I believe I've covered everything except the court work program, and I have to have you do 6 days jail credit 1, serve 5. I'll let you serve those on the court work program. 5 days court work program. There's $175 a day, $175 charge for that. It's $35 a day. 300 fines, $250 costs, $75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs here amount to $675. You have a screening fee of $60 for $735. You have cost of recovery of $225 for a total of $960. Probation fees are $360 for a total of $1320 plus your court work program fees. Everything included amounts to $1495. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I don't know how to put this to you, but you got to be careful. This is crazy. Okay?
Understood.
You may be eligible for early discharge from probation if you're compliant after half the time. This could have been worse. We're setting a restitution hearing. How long will it take everybody to get their figures in order? Why don't we just set it at least after the first of the year, and that'll give you a chance to save some money.
Sounds great. I was gonna say 12/17 is, but I was just looking at my calendar. If we wanna,
We'll do it after the first.
okay.
Unless
January
you
4th.
have a problem with that. Let's go to like this, my first or second docket, like the second week of January with Brownstown.
January 14th at 9 o'clock.
January 14th at 9 a.m., okay?
Take them down to,
Probation, can he pay all this today?
I asked him if he could pay 200 today. Are you able to
Can pay 300.
You get paid weekly, right?
I get paid bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, how much can you pay bi-weekly then? No, how much can you pay bi-weekly?
About 125,
I'll make it 100. When do you get paid next?
2 weeks from today.
Okay.
No, 2 weeks. Check comes in usually Wednesday, Thursday.
All right, let's do this. You pay $300 today. You pay $100 bi-weekly. And I will start that beginning on December the 8th. If you need more time, all you have to do is call the court. If you don't have the money on or before the due date, I'll be glad to give you an extension. Just don't be fearful or nervous, because I don't care how many times we have to do that. What I'm not going to be nice about is if you don't call the court and get permission to get an extension. And again, I don't care how many times we have to do that. Actually, I'm only going to have you pay 100 on the impaired charge today, because I'm going to have you pay the fines and costs on the B file, $200, okay? So you'll pay that one today. The civil infraction of refused PVT, and then $100 down on the impaired, and then $100 bi-weekly starting December 8th. Anything else?
Cashier first on probation, John?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day. Good luck, sir. Thanks a lot, Ms. Bryan, wherever you are. 3-7. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. For the record, House Counsel Attorney Mike Baldwin, P 65417. Yeah, my client, Mr. Derek Lopez, sir, can you just please state your full legal name?
Derek Paul Lopez.
Judge, thank you very much. Judge, today is the date and time set for a pretrial and opportunity to work out a resolution. My client will be pleading responsible to careless driving as well as defective equipment, which is tinted windows. As in return, the prosecutor is amenable to dismissing the two underlying misdemeanor charges under 36A and B.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, John.
Okay, you got to use your head here, my good man.
Judge, just for the record,
This is led from officer when ordered to stop on 2 occasions.
yeah,
Drove in a careless manner by driving toward oncoming traffic, the flee officer. Now listen.
Judge, I realize he hasn't pled. I've been working diligently with the family. He has a very good support.
Where are they?
And they're in here.
Who's that, your mom?
That's my mom, the one black is my sister.
And we've been working very hard on this particular file, because it's important that he understands what the allegations are, the seriousness. And we worked out this global solution where we think that the civil infractions will resolve this, and my client will have learned his lesson.
Well put, Mr. Baldwin.
I try.
Well put. I mean, you got a good deal here. Grow up. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 19.
He's in welding school.
Grow up. Okay, please. To the charge careless driving, responsible or not responsible. To the charge defective equipment, tinted window, responsible or not responsible. Pleas are accepted. The disobey a police officer and flee and elude is dismissed. 225 on the careless, 120 on the tinted windows, 345. Do you have all that to pay? $345.
That's up to date, Eric?
Yes, we do.
Judge, he'd like to pay that today and resolve
You
this.
graduated, right?
He's working through his welding school. He did finish high school.
Okay.
He's,
All right.
he's gainfully employed. He's,
All right.
he's definitely
All right.
working. So,
Good luck.
Thank you.
No more silly things like that, okay? Best of luck. Thank you.
thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
Judge, at the police report, I have Jonathan Johnson down in the clerk.
Jonathan Patrick Johnson. Do you have a question or something, ma'am?
No, living by. He said by.
Oh, to me or to him? To the lawyer?
Thank you.
25B1489318 and B. I'm sorry, 931, and then I have 25B1489332. So
Yep. Thank you, Judge. Judge, today's the date and time set for sentencing. We have had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report. We'd like to announce there are no deletions, corrections, errors, or omissions. Moreover, I spent just a couple minutes with my client, commending him on his election to be admitted into the Sobriety Court program. He's very excited. We're hoping that the court will allow him today at sentencing to be entered into the Sobriety Court program. I have nothing else to state. He's ready to go.
Mr. Johnson, your name,
Jonathan Johnson.
what do you have to say?
What's your onset? What is your sobriety date?
I think it's the 18th, if I'm not mistaken.
18th of November?
October.
I'm just kidding. I knew yesterday was the 18th. I was just teasing. What do you think so far?
Things are going, I guess.
I did not immobilize your vehicle though. How'd that get by me?
I'm like, caretaker.
Yeah, but I gotta immobilize this vehicle. You have a 2013 Chrysler you still own, right? What do you mean, no? Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
That's out of commission.
What do you mean it's out of commission?
It's not working properly.
What does that mean?
Not drivable.
Well, what's wrong with it?
So they had to sell them.
When did that happen?
It's there before, so I've just been trying to, tell you.
I got to order a mobilization of it. I have no choice. You had another offense here that preceded this, right?
Yeah.
I have no choice but to do that. So I'm going to have to order 90 days of mobilization to be completed within 7 days. That is by November. I'll tell you what, because of the holiday, I'm going to give you. Oh, no, I can. I mean, next Wednesday by November 26th. Okay. So Lisa, we're going to have to do that order. I don't, that's my fault. I wish I had missed that. But I have to order that. I think you've been great so far, Mr. Johnson. You laughed, you smiled. That's good. You seem to be doing well. And I really commend you for taking these steps. You're doing the right thing. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell me?
You did have a reason for it. Oh my gosh.
I had a reason what?
I guess to use to like use the vehicle or not, but that's all we forgot.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
He felt that you actually had understood that there was a reason for his need for the vehicle. What Your Honor is saying is the legislature,
I can't, they make me do things sometimes that we don't want to do necessarily. The good news is you're going to be revoked. The bad news is you're going to be revoked. The good news is, if you haven't been already, the good news is that in 45 days from today, you can come in here and request a restricted license. Now, you're going to have to finish the immobilization period.
Up to both the date was on December 8th.
For who?
That's what I was getting from you all.
December 8th for what? For this?
This is where the tone of the courtroom completely shifts. The judge is no longer negotiating. This is accountability in full force. A blood alcohol level 3.5 times the legal limit changes everything. That's why you hear such an extensive list of restrictions. No alcohol, no marijuana, no CBD, no travel, frequent testing, SoberLink monitoring, and strict probation compliance. These aren't arbitrary punishments, they're safeguards designed to prevent repeat behavior. The financial penalties stack up fast too, showing how one night of reckless decisions can cost thousands and follow someone for years. Be honest, do you think this sentence is firm but fair, or still too lenient given the risk involved?
Without the consent of the court, you're to comply with all agreements, guidelines, and requirements as indicated in the Sobriety Court Handbook. You're not to violate a law. You change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're to submit to chemical testing on demand of me or the probation officer. Pay all costs associated with the testing, but really, we're going to take care of all that now with our grant. As long as you test every time and you test negative every time, we're paying for your testing. Same thing with the SoberLink if I order that. Submit the PBTs, ETGs, tests, and chemical testing on demand of probation. Complete 60 days on the SoberLink. Yeah, I gotta have you do that. That'll be on our dime now. Okay, so you have to be on SoberLink by end of day. Do you understand that? Do you understand? You understand what I'm saying to you, sir? Okay, also you're to attend AA meetings 3 times a week and provide written proof of attendance, obtain an AA/NA sponsor, attend a substance abuse treatment program, attend the Victims Impact Panel, attend and complete the Armed Specialty Weekend Program. You have to report to Sobriety Court status review hearings with me every 2 weeks. Again, it's either 7:30 in the morning or 3:30 in the afternoon. Obtain and maintain employment with proof provided. You're doing really well on this. So I'm going to kind of go light a little bit on I think you've given me reason to be optimistic. Fines are 200. Costs $200. $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So that in and of itself is $5.25. You have a screening fee of $60 for $5.85. You then have probation fees of $480 for a total of $1,065. And then $360 in sobriety court probation fees. So those are going to bring it, I believe, to $1,425. I'm going to just tell you what, you've been doing well. Complete 6 days jail credit, 1 serve 5. I'm going to let you serve those by way of community service. 5 days community service in lieu of jail, okay? I won't make you do court work program. So that's 40 hours of community service. I'll give you all the way until February 28th to complete that. Community service to be completed by February 28th. Do you understand that? Yes. All right. All right. Do you have any questions?
They're gonna go over these things would be in the probation department.
I'm looking forward to helping you, Mr. Johnson. You have a very nice disposition. Really. Can he pay all this today or does he need time? How much do you have today?
Shirt on the back.
Exactly.
Why are you only earning $200 a week? How are you surviving?
Because child support, stuff like that.
We all paid what?
Definitely. And then I was kind of getting,
How much do you make in your employment though? You don't get to deduct every,
$20 hourly, and every 2 weeks you get paid, so.
you're making 1,600 gross if you're working 40 hours, right? Can you pay $60 bi-weekly? Yes. Pay 60 bi-weekly starting December the 8th, but you gotta stick with it.
This courtroom session is a textbook example of how the justice system balances accountability, rehabilitation, and victim restoration. We saw the court carefully navigate restitution by demanding verified estimates, ensuring fairness without speculation. We watched a defendant face serious consequences for a DUI that caused real property damage, probation, sobriety monitoring, financial penalties, and long-term supervision. And we also saw another young defendant receive a reduced resolution paired with a firm warning to grow up before mistakes become permanent. These outcomes highlight one powerful message. The courtroom isn't just about punishment, it's about responsibility and second chances. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.